This boy saw the skin of a giant snake in the forest. He picked up the skin to take a look, but it seemed like he had never heard of that in his mind. At that time, the boy couldn't sense the serious smell of danger. He sat down and ate wild fruit. Some leopards went to steal his wild fruit. He was led to the tree by several leopards. Surroundings were very quiet. A snake suddenly appeared. It walked towards the boy. He was fascinated by the snake, and from its eyes he saw his past. It turned out his name is Mowgli. Many years ago, when his father took him to a cave, his father was eaten by a tiger, but the tiger was chased away by fire, so that it didn't notice Mowgli's existence. After that, Mowgli was lucky to meet the Black Panther. Then Black Panther became his teacher. The Black Panther taught Mowgli how to survive in the forest, but the Black Panther couldn't protect Mowgli, so it gave him to the wolves. Mowgli was protected by wolves, so he gradually matured in the forest. That year the weather was drought. All animals gathered at the same water source. At that time, the tiger also discovered Mowgli. The tiger asked the wolves to chase Mowgli or killed him, because he is human. Humans know how to use fire and weapons, so they have great damage. But the wolves' leader didn't agree. Because of the existence of wolves, the tiger had no choice. Finally Mowgli was saved, but the wolves' leader knew that the tigers wouldn't stop, so he asked the Black Panther to bring Mowgli back to the human race. On the way down the mountain, indeed Mowgli was ambushed by the tiger. The Black Panther risked his life to prolong the time to help Mowgli run away, but the difference in strength was so great so that the black leopard was knocked unconscious. At the critical moment, Mowgli grabbed the horns of buffalo and escaped with the buffaloes. Mowgli ran to that place alone, then he encountered a giant snake. When the giant snake gradually approached Mowgli to eat him, suddenly a bear appeared. It rushed to save Mowgli and took him back to the cave. The bear asked Mowgli to get honey to repay his gratitude. Mowgli used human intelligence to get the honey easily. Mowgli had taken most of the honey for the bear, but then the danger also began to come. This boy was held by a giant snake. At a critical moment a bear rushed to save the boy. The boy and the bear decided to stay together, and gradually the bear relied on Mowgli. That day the Black Panther came to find them. Mowgli showed off their harvest and the tools he had made. Seeing Mowgli taking advantage of the tool to get honey, the Black Panther was furious, because Mowgli had ruined the forest's rules. When he helped the bear, he also harmed the bees. The Black Panther asked Mowgli to return to the human race. However, it was getting dark. He could only stay in the cave for one night. That night, Mowgli heard the sound of an elephant. He saw a baby elephant had fallen into a hole. Mowgli quickly went to get the rope to pull the baby elephant up. Black Panther and bear look at Mowgli from afar. The bear convinced the Black Panther to keep Mowgli. Although Mowgli's existence ruined the rules of the forest, but he could help the animals in the forest. The boy could use his own way to survive, but the Black Panther resolutely told the bear that Mowgli must return to the human race. At that time, the wolves' leader didn't want to deliver Mowgli, so he was killed by the tiger. Mowgli was no longer protected by the wolves. The bear knew that everything were getting more serious. The bear told Mowgli that it just took advantage of Mowgli. In that moment, the bear wanted to chase Mowgli back with human race. Mowgli angrily crawled up the tree, but a group of monkeys appeared and took away. They took Mowgli to a temple under the mountain. There are many antiques inside. When Mowgli was bewildered, a big hand appeared. It was the Monkey King. The Monkey King told Mowgli that the monkeys could protect him, but he had to bring red flowers, which meant fire. But Mowgli had grown up in the jungle since childhood, so he didn't know what fire was. Mowgli had no way to agree with the Monkey King. It angrily threatened him to bring red flowers. That boy was surrounded by monkeys. The Monkey King threatened him. At that point, the bear appeared. It wanted to attract the attention of the Monkey King. The Black Panther came to take Mowgli away, but was still discovered by a monkey. Just like that, Mowgli started a super cool escape. Although the Monkey King was large but extremely flexible, just a moment it had blocked Mowgli's path. The Monkey King told Mowgli that the wolves couldn't help him because the wolves' leader had been died. Mowgli was deeply hurt. He wanted to go back to the wolves and avenge his father. Then Mowgli used his flexible body to lure the Monkey King. The temple collapsed and the Monkey King was also trapped. Mowgli felt that he couldn't beat the tiger. He thought of fire because tiger's eyes had been injured because of fire. Mowgli ran to where the humans lived and carried a torch away. He ran as he shouted the tiger's name. But the honest Mowgli didn't know how to use fire, so he dropped the fire on the way. Finally Mowgli found the tiger. Tiger told him about the cruelty of humanity. Humans would use fire to burn forests to harm animals. Mowgli was naive, so he didn't understand the tiger's mind. Then he threw the torch away. When the tiger was about to attack Mowgli, all animals in the forest stood up to protect him. But the tiger is the king of all animals, so it could be easily defeated. Bear and wolves were defeated by tiger in a moment. At that time, the fire grew bigger. The tiger continued to rush to Mowgli. It finally forced Mowgli to the end. When it jumped to catch Mowgli, the boy successfully grabbed his homemade rope. The branch was suddenly broken, and so the tiger fell into a sea of fire. Mowgli had finally successfully revenge. At that time, the elephants broke the dam to put out the fire. In the end, the forest returned to peace as previously. Mowgli continued to live with wolves. Although Mowgli is a human, but he always respected the law of the forest. He used his own way to survive. In fact, in front of the animals, the human appearance is extremely small, but Mowgli used his way to gain the respect of all species. This proves that humans can live with animals. Today's movie is over. See you in the next movies.